Hi guys, well, we want to welcome you back to our channel. This is my husband, Steven.
How you doing?
And my name is Shannon, and we're the Mrozinski family homestead. In this video, we're going to talk about
Our ups and downs in our starting adventure for...
We're going to start from the beginning.
Yeah, from when we first
got married. And all the events that have led up till today.
In brief detail, not too far in depth, but in brief detail.
Well, we got married March 30th, 2013. We lived in a little single wide trailer.
On an acre and a half of land.
Yeah. We had our 4 dogs, and we had Gracie.
3 labs and a deer chihuahua, which is hers.
A deer chihuahua?
I guess you want to call it that, long-legged chihuahua.
You're something like, I don't even know what she is.
She's a good dog.
Yes. So we got married March 30th, 2013. At that time, Steven was working.
I was welder fabricator. Matter of fact, before I started working at that company, I was traveling iron worker for a little while.
Yeah, so we got married, and then not long after we got married, we had decided to have another child, which is now we know her as Kourtney, I guess. But anyways, we had decided to have another child right after we got married. Things were going good. Everything was wonderful.
Gracie is born on February 14th, and Kourtney is born on February 15th.
Yeah, they're exactly 3 years apart.
And 1 day.
Oh. But, no, Christmas of 2013, Steven had lost his job.
2 weeks before Christmas.
Yes. We had a,
Now granted, I came in off the road and then I found a job locally. And I worked there for, let's see here, since 2006 all the way to 2013.
7 years. So, but yeah, he lost his job. Then we moved.
And
so
we were
trying
it
to
was the
get
same.
by.
It was the same job though. It was the same kind of job. I was a welder fabricator. Worked in a welding shop. Instead of, it was local work rather than traveling around the country doing work.
So he came home 2 weeks before Christmas. Said he lost it and said that he had been fired. We don't know the reason behind him being fired. We have no idea to this day. So I was 7 months pregnant with Kourtney, I believe, at the time. And we really didn't know what to do. So we tried to suffice through Christmas. And come January, we had realized that we didn't have enough money in the bank to last any longer.
It was long.
Our finances weren't there. We only had $1,000 left in the bank, and we decided to get out while we could. We moved into the camper. and we had Gracie's big birthday party that year.
Luckily, all that stuff was paid for. And
Yeah,
it's been paid for
yeah,
a long time.
it had already been paid for. Um, we had Gracie's big birthday party, and the night of Gracie's big birthday party, earlier that day, I'd actually went into labor. I told my doctor that I did not want to have her yet because I had a birthday party to go to, and I was not going to miss a birthday party. So that night, they ran some tests. That night, I had kept having contractions all through the birthday party and everything else. And the next morning, um, they had called and said I needed to come in, and so Kourtney was born the following day. All right. Well, everyone was fine. We were all happy in the camper. We had a good time. Stephen had found a job. He was
Yeah.
working
I
pretty
just
good.
found a new job. It was a little ride, but it was about a 45-minute ride from where our new location was. But I had more in that location we went to. There was more around the vicinity to find a job than where we were prior. So it was the same kind of work, welder fabricator kind of work. Um, and that it was a good job. They started pay was pretty good. Not the best for what I was used to traveling the road, but um, it was good.
Um, so he had started this job, and then August came, and um, just one day, out of nowhere, a freak accident happened. Uh, Gracie was out playing in the yard.
She was pulling a truck around with a string. She tied a string to a little truck and was pulling it around the yard, the area.
Yeah, and I had went to go do something in the garden to get something out the garden, and
You went to get tomatoes at the garden. I went to go put water in the dog bowl real quick.
we were all where we could see her.
We were real close. I mean,
Maybe
uh,
20 foot away from each other.
yeah,
It wasn't.
20.
We had our little area, and we had it locked in to where we could see what was going on at all times. Well, Gracie was pulling. Somehow, Gracie had gotten the string tangled up around the fire pit.
Well, the fire pit had riprap rocks around the perimeter of it. That was the perimeter. It was riprap rocks that I put around the perimeter. And for what I seen after I yanked her out of there, the truck was actually, she walked around the fire pit, um, and the string that was tied to the truck got caught on the edge of the rock, is what I seen after I yanked her. And she still had the string in her hand somewhat, but it was burnt in half. But that stopped when she went around. I guess that stopped her and yanked her sideways. What made her fall in is what I'm guessing.
Well,
Um,
I didn't know what to do. I, I was freaking out.
and it wasn't even. It was all. Well, it was hot coals because the fire already done burned down. And I put the grate on top of it to cook burgers over top of it. and the grate slung up and around. Apparently, when she fell, I heard the grate um,
Clinging up against the rocks.
yeah, it just clanged against the rocks, and she fell in there. And
When I had seen her before I even had time to even scream, Steven was jerking her out. It was like a
I got there.
3 second, not even 3 second
Yeah,
whole situation.
I got within the 20 feet area. I probably got there in 2 leaps. I got there so fast, and I yanked her by the shirt and slung her out of there. But I picked her up. I picked her up out of there. Um,
And then whenever we had wound up calling
but I
the
did it. I
ambulance,
did it so fast. I slung her up out of there so fast that I think that more freaked her out than anything. Because as soon as I done that, we went.
we just
We
went over
had
to the water hose, and Gracie was just, he was told me to turn the water hose on. I turned the water hose. I just squirted water on her hands, and she was just like
She was in shock.
in this
Like
state. She
she was
wasn't
in.
screaming. She wasn't crying. I don't even think she even knew what had happened or what was going on.
She was just shaking. Really, she was shaking. Like she was in shock. She was shaking.
So I had ran inside, ran inside the camper. I grabbed my phone. I come back outside. Kourtney was outside up underneath the awning just taking a nap while this was going on. The ambulance came, and um, they had wanted her to take. They wanted to take her to Columbia to Richland Hospital, but I'm so thankful for Steven because with his background and everything, he automatically knew to take her straight to the burn center. That was the best thing for her, and I'm so glad we did
Yeah,
that.
Richland Hospital wouldn't have done nothing for her. They would have just took her there, and then they would have flew her to. They would have put her in a helicopter from there, and we just saved it. Matter of fact, we got the neighbors there to watch Kourtney. Luckily, we had somebody to watch Kourtney. She was a newborn, and we hated to do it, but Shannon rode in a helicopter with Kourtney, or
Gracie.
with Gracie, and I hopped in the vehicle and got to the burn center. Damn near I got there at almost the same speed as the helicopter did.
It only took us 15 minutes to get from where we were to Augusta Burn Center in the helicopter. I remember the ride, or the ride through there, and Gracie, I was asking Gracie, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And she just kept saying, "Yeah." And like even when she was just in so much shock. Even when they put the pain as we were landing, they were just giving her pain medicine, and first I don't know how, but some reason her blood just shot all over the helicopter, and that didn't even freak her out. Like she stayed strong through this whole thing, and but after that she wound up staying in the hospital. She had both hands burned 3rd degree, and
Third
she
degree.
had her arms and her shin was 2nd degree, and her knee that had landed on the rock was 3rd degree.
Yeah.
She we were in we were in the hospital for about 2 weeks, and his job had known about it. Steven had called and told
Matter of fact, I pretty much. I don't even know how long I worked there at the time. I think I worked there. How many? 3 months.
yeah.
3 months, and everything was going good, and all of a sudden, I called him up after that incident and said, "Hey, I have a situation, you know, family emergency, and I'll be at the hospital for 2 weeks because my daughter's got burnt and she's in the burn center, and it's real serious. So
They gave you the okay to, take all
yeah,
the time you
the
need. Don't
secretary
worry about
lady,
it.
the lady that's been there years and knew the boss real well, uh, said take the time you need. I'll let them know. I'll relay the message. Don't worry about calling up every 5 minutes to, let us know something. Everything's good to go. Don't worry about it. And then 2 weeks later, I come back to work and I got fired because apparently the boss didn't know where I was at.
So
So
not only were we half homeless, half now we had bills to pay and
no money coming
Gracie to take care of, um, and Augusta Burn Center actually helped us out with as far as the firefighters association. They helped us out majorly in the beginning with Gracie as far as getting her everything she needed and making sure that she was well taken care of.
in. And they will provide, Augusta Burn Center provides you gas money to get back and forth to, to drive. So it all depends how far away you drive. They'll provide the gas money to get to and from there for appointments. So that helped us out a lot.
Yeah, with let's see, it was an hour drive for us,
It was
and then
six,
we had to
60,
go.
63 or 64 miles one way. So that's about 130 miles back and forth. And they would pretty much give us $40 worth of fuel. They would give us $40 to go to after we got there. They did appointment. We got a piece of paper, and then we had to go to a separate office to get the paperwork, and they wrote out a slip to take it to the gas station to put fuel into your vehicle, and uh, they would give $40. So $40,
And that helped us out a lot.
and that would give you half a tank. They at least gave us a half a tank if we were empty at the time.
That helped us out a lot. We went back and forth so many times. She had been put to sleep 43 times within a 2-year time frame. It was 43 times.
She went to
And
she had surgery. She had
that's what I
surgery
mean by
a
it.
lot.
Yeah. Between
mean,
the skin grafts,
We had doctor's appointments once a week. Once a week, every week we had to be at Augusta Burn Center. After she got released from the 2 weeks after she got released first, we had to go back and forth every week for a full year. And it's like impossible to have a job even accept that. Because no job at the time would even accept that. And I told him, I was like, well, my family's more important than you, even though we were struggling. So that's where my heart was at. So
we yeah, we went to, so we had sat down and we were talking and we had decided to move in with his parents. Um, just so his mom can help watch Kourtney while we go back and forth to the doctors and everything, and just so we can get up back on our feet. And here we are, 6 years later. He finally found a job.
well, yeah, it probably took about 8 months
After we moved in here.
after we moved back into here, and I ran into a buddy of mine from my old job when I first come in off the road. I worked with him as a welder fabricator, and he started his own business. And basically that's doing tile. We do tile. We do hardwood floors. We do remodeling, bathroom remodels. Uh, room remodels, kitchen remodels. We do a lot of different things like that, and we do painting. And I was like, well, I was like, you changed your line of field, huh? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I'm about tired of it. The pay ain't all there anymore, and this and this and this. And I was like, yeah, I agree with you. And I asked him to see if he needed any help, and he said, yeah. And since then, I've been working with him. I just ran into him at the hardware store,
That's been like,
and that's been what 7 years ago. I'd say it's been a while. No,
since,
no, no, 6 years. 6 years ago.
yeah, so that's been like the best boss and employee relationship
Yeah, so
ever.
I'll be honest with you, like, um, it's not like going to talk to some high end CEO guy to ask for some time off of work or this and this and this. Because, I mean, we work together and it's just pretty much me and him. So, it,
And they
it, and
both y'all
we,
have families.
yeah, and we both have families and we have responsibilities other than just work, and we understand each other's situation. So, I mean, it's a little more lenient, basically, and we do need to get work done, and also the time frame of, when we go to work, we don't mess around. We knock it out quick. It's not we we're so good at it. It don't take nowhere near the time as you know some people do.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, that job's been. I enjoy it. Um, it is, to a point. I'm away from the house a while. I mean, as you see on the videos throughout the time frame, the wife and kids are on them, and I'm not there most of the time. But um, We're trying to get to that point.
When
But
we moved in here, this is a one bedroom, one bathroom, little
and a living room,
studio.
and a living room.
Yeah, little studio thing, basement, and we made it into what it is. It is pretty nice. That's why when you see the videos, you're wondering like, is she cooking on a kitchen table? Yes, I'm cooking on a kitchen table.
Well, matter of fact, it's not even a kitchen table. It's like a
Party table?
yeah, it's like one of them tables you set out for parties to put like a line of chairs along. I don't even know what kind of table is that called.
I
One
don't
of them
know.
ones with the fold out legs on the bottom.
But yeah, I mean, and then we had Levi. We didn't even talk about Levi. We had trouble with Levi.
Yeah,
Levi.
matter of fact, we got everybody sleeping. We tried to do this video earlier, it didn't happen. We had to wait, and I was like, "You'll be better off doing this thing when the kids are asleep." It is Monday evening at a little after. It's like 10:15 Monday evening.
But yeah, we had knew that we had wanted another kid, and I had wanted a boy, and so we had talked about it for a while, and then we went to go see the doctors, and we kept trying and trying, and we couldn't have a. He just, I guess, didn't want to be conceived. That's what I'm going to use, conceived. Well, finally, God blessed us with a baby boy, and he was born with congenital hypothyroidism. So ever since the day he was born and we brought him home from the hospital, we have been fighting with that. And one day, hopefully one day, it will subside. and go away.
He takes, what's that name of that medicine? Synthroid.
Yeah, he was on levothyroxine, and then now they swapped him to Synthroid.
He's taking a full pill once a day. One full pill once a day. Was it 25 milligrams?
Yeah, but he's one strong little booger.
He's waking up now.
So now here we are, and we're to a point that our bills have paid off.
Yeah, well, not all of them.
But majority of them,
we got
the car, the trailers, everything,
yeah,
everything's
our
paid
car,
off.
our trailer payment.
Everything's paid off. We're
except
not.
the car, the Suburban ain't paid off.
We have a few payments, but it's nothing like it was when we first started.
Yeah, we were.
We were living paycheck
Them
to paycheck.
them two jobs got me big time, and they got us good big time.
Well, we
And
got
that killed me. And I mean, it was to the point of like us having $1 in the bank.
It was bad. We worked paycheck to paycheck.
Paycheck to paycheck, and I did everything I could do, all the overtime I could have, and still trying to get $20 ahead. Just from the prior month, and maybe pocket $20. You know what I mean? And then if you drive, you got to make it convenient. So if you go to the grocery store, you're going to get gas. You're going to get everything you need to get on that one trip. Because if you didn't, you're going to be out that $20 that you just pocketed.
We built our bank account. Basically, we built our savings account back up to where we don't have no debt, and the little bit of debt we do have is nothing, really. Grace and the kids are happy. The kids are homeschooled. We don't go anywhere.
We took them out of we took them out of school 2 years ago, and they like the homeschool thing. Shannon loves teaching them somewhat, I guess you want to call it, right?
Yes.
However they do it. I'm never home to see that happen, really. So.
But no, we're to a point where
we've been trying. Yeah, we've been trying.
House.
Yeah, we're trying to find something. I mean, like everybody knows, everything's so dang expensive for some reason. The price of wood's so high. The price of everything is so ridiculously high. And I don't know why they're doing that. And that's causing everything, the inflation to go up on houses, the inflation to go up on land, the inflation to go up on everything. So it's a good time to sell if you're going to sell something, but if you're trying to buy something, it's twice as difficult because there's a lot of people wanting to buy things, and as soon as you go look at something, if you don't buy it right then and there or try to buy it right then and there, it's sold within 10 minutes. So it's like impossible. And if you're not in that predicament and trying to see that predicament, or if you're not trying to do, if you're not out there trying to buy a house, you're probably not, you might not understand what I'm talking about. But if you're out there in the same predicament we're in and trying to find something, and trying to find a piece of land, trying to find...
it's a battle.
It's
it is
horrible. I mean, and then they're doing bidding wars, and when it comes to that, I'm not doing it. Because a lot of stuff, I think, me personally, and a lot of people might disagree, a lot of people might agree, but a lot of things are way too overpriced for a house and land, especially on farmland, because the profit for farmland is 5%. You pretty much can only make 5% on farmland, and everybody's selling farmland for like ridiculous. In our area, it's like $12,000 an acre. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know if everybody agrees with me or not, but I mean, if you're selling it, you probably want as much as you want for it. But if you're trying to buy it, it's not worth that to try to buy it for that. But a happy medium might be understandable, but there's a lot of people that ain't being reasonable.
We'll get there one day. We just gotta keep pushing forward and keep moving forward. Um, so
Even we even tried looking for a bigger chunk of land. You know, 75 to 100 acres of land. You know, because usually the bigger chunks are cheaper. You know, the more land you buy, the cheaper it is per acre than would be for buying a 10-acre tract. You know, it would be more money an acre buying a 10-acre tract than it would be buying a 100-acre tract. But your overall price of the land would be more, but you would get more for a cheaper price, if that makes sense.
yeah. Well, we just want to say thank y'all for watching.
Do we have anything else to say? What else we got to talk about? We got more to talk about, I think. No? What else we got to talk about? I got to be up at 4:45 to 5 in the morning, and eat together and
Head out the door for another day of work.
head out the door for another day of work. That's joyful, ain't it? At least we have fun at work. That's a plus. At least I have a lot of laughs during the day. I laugh a lot throughout the day.
Oh, I'm glad.
While
you're
a good
laughing at
plus.
work, I am crying at home because the kids are driving me nuts.
Oh man. Yeah, but there's also times that I'd rather be at home. You know, there's always them days.
I know. Well,
But maybe someday, you know, hopefully before I'm 70 years old, that I'll be able to be home more and be around the kids more. I mean, as of right now, I think I'm around them halfway decent amount, more than I guess some people are around their kids. But
well, we just want to thank y'all for watching. And thank you for watching and listening to our story. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and join us on our journey. Because it's not over. It's never
and
over.
we got a lot of videos, so I know when we watch YouTube, if when we subscribe to a channel or something, you know, when we watch it,
We go back and watch every video.
we start from the beginning of their adventure, and we go step by step, and it's almost like a movie. That's how we watch YouTube videos, and there's a few. Matter of fact, we have a lot of subscriptions to a lot of different Homestead ones, and which one do you want to mention? Some.
We watch the Holler Homestead.
We watch Justin Rhodes.
Yeah, Justin Rhodes.
Art and Bree.
Mm-hmm.
So
the
Soda Land.
Thank you, because I didn't want to write that on TV.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. But yeah, we watch a good many of them, and
There is a few new ones that we subscribe to, but I can't remember the names of them off the top of my head. I know they've subscribed to our channel, and we've subscribed to their channel. We did like a thank you to each other, I guess you want to call it. And I appreciate that, and we all appreciate that, and I kicked myself in the butt for not knowing what's the name of them.
the bowler. What am I
Hold on a
saying?
minute. I'm turning TV on. Well, hold on a minute. Before I go in, hold on a minute. See if it's on there. As a matter of fact, just watched the Rooted episode on Justin Rhodes,
That's okay.
and let's see here.
The Beely Good Farms, Dreamland.
Dreamland Acres,
Yep.
uh, Hollis and Nancy Homestead.
Yep.
They do a lot of gardening. We watched Life Uncontained, and we also watched Living Off Grid with Jake and Nicole, and Marshall Remodel. Um,
Or the Sunset Homestead.
Sunset Homestead.
Yeah, we love watching you guys. All of y'all. We like watching y'all, and we appreciate y'all. Y'all inspire us to do better and do want more out of life, and we just want to thank y'all.
We just need to try to we're trying to get more subscribers so we can do what they're doing. It takes the subscribers to do what the subscribers that we just listed on there, the ones we subscribed to. It takes a lot of subscribers to actually be able to do what they're doing, and be able
Yeah,
to.
but they've given us, especially Justin Rhodes, he's given us a lot of inspiration
Yeah, Justin Rhodes and
to get us out there and
I like watching Art and Bree and Holler Homestead. I like watching them.
I do too.
Yeah, because I mean, Art. I mean, I think I'd get along with Art real well, and and the Holler Homestead, we'll be able to get along with them. I think if we ever met them, we'll be able to get along with them real well, all of them. Because I mean, he did the same kind of work that I've done, the same kind of work, machine shop, stuff like that. I mean, I've been done it all, you know.
We'll get there one day.
I would like to meet all them guys.
We'll get there one day. We just gotta stick together and just keep on moving forward. Well, yeah, we're fixing to head on to bed.
Well, I
We're
can't
probably
go to
gonna
bed
watch
yet.
some Holler Homestead.
Yeah, I want to.
But like I said before, thank y'all for watching, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and